Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. And I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late. I had a migraine yesterday and it's just made me really clumsy. Do you get like that when you've had a migraine? So I just kept dropping things as I was getting ready for this video. Right, let me just stop showing my bra strap. That would help. Now, I've been experimenting. Let me just also clean my camera before anyone comes on. Just cleaning my camera. Oh, no. There we go. That's better. Hello, Gainer. Hello. Right, I've been experimenting. And I put this coral top on today for a reason. Because you saw that, me cleaning my camera. I have, or getting rid of my bra strap. Hello, Helena. So I was experimenting on my hands and on my wrists and everything last night and on my eyes, although I haven't tried this on my eyes. But I think it's going to work. I hope it's going to work because I've only tried it on my hands. Hello, Stacey. So today I'm going to do a Charlotte Tilbury look, but I'm going to do a very vibrant sunrise look using her palettes and her products. And I've worked out something. And a thought came to me last night. And I said, I've got my palettes out. And my partner came in. He's going, you putting makeup on at 9 o'clock at night? I said, no. I'm testing something out for my channel. So, hello, Claire. Hello, Stacey. Hello, Helena. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Gainer. Hello. Oh, I've said hello to everyone. And just before I came on, little aside while I'm getting ready, I'll just get my foundation out. Jack asked me a question about where does the word Wednesday come from? And of course I knew it was something to do with the gods, but I made him listen to a video all about the different days of the week and where the names come from. And afterwards, and I'm going to forget the name now, but afterwards came up a video about the word for forgetting names. And do you know what? I knew I was going to forget the word, which is funny. I forgot the word that means forgetting words. It is called, I've just got to think of the stem. Something nomia, obviously. It will come to me. See, I've forgotten the word for the word that forgets names. Something beginning with L, nomia. L something nomia. Something, oh, it's going to annoy me now, but it all came from a river. And a river that was supposed to have these powers that made you forget. And I thought, oh, I must tell all the Ali Pallies that, because I'm always forgetting names. But I've forgotten the word. So, which just shows I've got this something nomia. It's something beginning with L. Right, anyway, now I am going to find my foundation. I don't need that box. I've got some Charlotte Tilbury coming today and in a couple of days' time. Mostly refills, but one thing that I'm going to leave that I haven't. When you're a collector, you get to a point where basically you're going to have to start buying things again because you've either run out or they're going off. So that isn't really much fun. It's not like when I first started buying stuff and I got something new, but I saved a lipstick that I really wanted to get for a long time because I kept thinking I've got so many lipsticks like it, blah, 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 blah. And I finally gave in. So apart from things that are really outrageously not going to work on me, like Kim KW, I've probably got all of them once I get this lipstick. You can guess if you want. Maybe I won't tell you until it comes, but you can see if you can guess which one you haven't seen on me that would tempt me. And I'm just going to put some Flawless Filter on, and you know what, while I'm chatting away to you all. I wish I could remember that word now. It's actually quite funny that I can't remember the words, because I thought that's a great thing to impress you all with. Except I knew I'd forget the words. Which one's my shade 4? That must be my shade 4 because it looks the newest. Something Nomia. And there's something Lexia as well to do with words, obviously, because Lex is words. And see, I remember Latin. I can remember Latin words, but I can't remember anything else. And it was all to do with this river. That's it. Lethanomia, because I was thinking it was like lethal. Lethanomia. You might be right, Stacey. You might well be right. Lethanomia, when you forget names. Hi, Mick, I'm doing my live. Right. I'm just going to use my big fat lazy brush. I call it my big fat lazy brush, because it's a big fat brush and I use it when I'm lazy. But it does actually blend really well, because it got so many soft bristles that it blends really quickly and really easily and really well. This is my Tarte foundation brush. Look at that. Did you do an order to get the free Darling palette? I did indeed, because I used that one. When it first came out, it was like the lipsticks. I said, I'm not buying it because I've got all the shades. So Charlotte Darling has got 5 of the shades. There's 6 shades, isn't there, in Charlotte Darling? So 5 of them are in Stars in Your Eyes, and one of them is the prime shade of the Bella Sophia. There's no point, I've got them all. So I did a review and showed you all the shades and said, I'm not getting it. And then I saw the size of it, and it's been in my handbag. Like, I've got a little toiletry bag that's got my sort of makeup that I use all the time. It's been there, and it's been the most used palette I've had, because it's such a nice condensed size and it's so wearable, all the shades. So yes, I've got them already in another bigger palette, but I don't tend to open that one up as much. So this one was my kind of easy to slap on, but you don't get as much in it. So, but yeah. Now, I'm not going to put as much foundation on. So I'm just mixing a little bit of neutral and warm. You're getting the free palette. Who else is getting the free palette? It's a really good deal. If any of you don't know, if you spend £90 on Charlotte Tilbury, you get a free Charlotte Darling palette. Really good deal. And I think it's available in other countries as well. Have you not got Charlotte Darling, Stacey? You are. So it's available in Australia as well. I knew it was available in the States. Have you got any family members that are into Charlotte Tilbury that want to get stuff? Because you could say to them, if you get it now, you get this free palette and you can give me that for Christmas. So, Gaynor, when you're using Charlotte, is it an Australian site? I don't know how it works. I know she's got, like, you just select her website and then you select Australia. Is that it? Like you do in America? So it's all coming from her site. See how quickly that is to blend in? and how natural it is when you use this brush. I am going to stipple it around here though. I didn't want to put that under my eyes because it's not very flattering. So I'll just swipe that. I'll tell you one of the new things I've got, because it's not really new, but it is new. She's got another new shade in her Magic Away. And when I saw the description, I thought, ooh, I want to try that. It's 5.5. She never had a 5.5 before. So I use 6 under my eyes, and 6 is described as for people with medium neutral, which is quite brightening, and it's worked quite well. But my shade in the winter, nearly 8 my actual shade, I'm nearly 8 in the summer and 7.5 in the winter. And 7.5 is described as tan golden, and it matches me really well. And the 5.5 is described as medium golden. So I thought, oh, it's one shade lighter with the same undertones. I'm going to get that. So it's quite useful to look at the descriptions. I always forget to do this bit under my nose. And I get close and then I realise there's no foundation under my nose. That'll do. Right, I don't need to use an eye primer today because of something else that I'm using. Hint, hint. Right, so that's my Flawless foundation. And because it's been blended quite well, no, I'm going to use a bit of airbrush first. It doesn't dry down enough. I didn't order another airbrush. No. No. I probably will one day. You know I will, but I haven't ordered one, no. Now I want a brush. Oh, that was it. Just before I came on, the reason I was late is because I've got one of these things. Let me just show you this without dropping it again. I've got one of these things from Real Techniques that sticks on the side of my makeup box. And you can stick it on tiles. It's great. You put your brushes in and whatever. And just as I was about to press go live, it unstuck from my makeup box and they all fell. And I like to have them by my side. Really good. You can get them on Amazon. I'm just going to put a bit of airbrush just to take the stickiness off before I start applying the bronzer. Because otherwise the bronzer, you're going to end up with that horrible hard stuff, you know, that you get on powder foundation sometimes when you get oil on it. And I don't want to do that. So that's why I do a kind of light drying down. Hi Tria, you just got your order for other stores and I'm really excited. Now, is Sunshine on? I have an apology for Sunshine as well. She was trying to get in contact with me. If you're on, Sunshine, I'm so sorry. Stacey will tell you that I am rubbish at checking my Instagram messages. Absolutely rubbish. And I really need to start checking it because it doesn't notify you. Sunshine had left me a message. You dug your airbrush in your new bronzer. What do you mean you dug it? Did you ruin the bronzer or something? So, Sunshine, if you're on or you're watching later, I'm sorry it took me so long to reply to you. And anyone else that messages me, if I'm taking a long time, I'm not ignoring you. It's just so many different medium to check these days and they don't all notify you. So don't ever think I'm ignoring you. It's just that I haven't got round to looking at it. Oh, with the metal bit, but it's okay. That's good. Right, I'm going to use the blush brush to apply the fair bronzer. But I do find that I want to dry it down a little bit before putting the bronzer on top. Because you will get, otherwise you'll get that, you know, where you get a greasy film and it hardens. So be careful if you're using this as a... The other thing you can do, if you haven't got the airbrush powder and you've got this instead, is to just blot your face, but just let it dry down, because if you go in with a brush and you're dipping it in and going back and you've got foundation on the brush, you will get that hardening, and then you'll have to dig away. There's nothing that gets rid of it. You have to scrape it off. Right, I'm doing powder before I've done my concealer, but never mind. Too busy chatting. What am I like? Here we go. So this is 6 and I'm getting 5.5. And do you know what I'm doing now is with these, I'm just actually putting it on my finger. I don't like dabbing that thing. I know it's still probably not very hygienic, but it feels slightly better. I can't bring myself to pull this off. I might do when one's getting low and I'm about to chuck it out. Give it a try. That'll do. So that's number 6, which is actually quite a good shade. I just wanted to see what 5.5 looks like, because it looks a little bit warmer, but the same shade. So it might be a bit better as a colour corrector and concealer in one. By the way, this is another top from that clothes shop. What was it? Roman Originals. Right, a few people have joined. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Tria. Hello, Terry. Hello, Bushra. Hello, Leslie. Have I missed anyone? Shout up if I've missed you. If I haven't said hello to you, it's not intentional. I think I've got you all. Right. So for those of you just joining me, I've been doing a bit of experimentation and I've put my coral on for a reason, because I've come up with, and I've only done this on my hands, so this could go wrong again, but I don't think it will. I shouldn't say that, should I? Anyway, I am going to do a vivid coral look using Charlotte Tilbury products. And when I say products, sorry, a vivid coral eye. When I say products, the clue is in pigment is... You've got it. Right. Now, for this, you will need your Pillow Talk 12 pan without fingerprints. I need to... The airbrush as a contour brush. Yeah, it's a bit thick for that, but if you squeeze it together, you can use it as a contour brush. If you squeeze any brush together, you could do it with that if you squeeze the brush together. Yeah. Right, so you're going to need your 12 pan Pillow Talk. Let me get a couple of eye brushes out. And you're going to need something else. Now, you probably don't have this shade. The majority of you probably don't have this shade of what I'm about to show you, but it doesn't matter, right? Use whatever shade that you normally use, because it will come out similar, if not the same, because of your skin tone. But the other product I'm going to be using is this, but in a very different way. This is her colour corrector, Magic Vanish, and I'm using shade 3. And that's why I'm saying the majority of you have probably got this shade, if I can open it, which is fine. It's still gonna give a similar-ish look. Maybe not quite as vibrant, but then you'll have fairer skin tone, so it probably will still be vibrant, okay? And again, if you're fair, use shade number 1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as my eyeshadow base. Suddenly came to me last night. I'll tell you why it came to me, because I saw Charlotte using this as a blush on one of her models, and I thought, oh yes, and why not use it on the eyes? Because actually it must be safe for the eyes, because you put it on under your eyes normally. So it is a formula that is designed to go near the eyes. And it dries down better than a lipstick. So you put your colour corrector on, and if you want, you can also, I'm going to do it with my pinky, you can also put some underneath, which is going to look a bit bizarre at first, but hopefully not by the time we've finished. Very bright, isn't it? Okay, but as I say, you can use your shade 2 or your shade 1, and then I'm going to take the Pillow Talk palette. Now, to make a bright coral, you need bright orange and bright pink. So I'm actually going to go in. I'm also going to use the enhanced shade. Where's my thing? I'm going to use this enhanced shade of this Death Look to give me a bit more orange. But I'm going in with this. Oh, yes. I'm going in with this first. And this is where it could all go wrong, but hopefully not. And I'm taking this up into the socket. And in the corner. See what I mean about sunset vibe? Because when the sun sets, it does come up with that kind of pinky purpley. And I was looking at pictures of sunsets last night. Ali made you do it. I'm a bad influence on you all. So I'm just doing this corner triangle and up into the socket. So see what I mean about if you're fairer skin, don't worry if you've got the fairer shade of the colour corrector, because that'll just adjust to your skin tone, so it'll still be vibrant. Okay, and then I'm going to take this Desk shade here, the middle one. I think I'm going to take the middle, yes, the middle one, that was it. I'm going to take this middle one and just blend that out at the top a bit. But also, I'm going to cover up and set that magic vanish. So this is the enhanced shade of the Desk Look of Pillow Talk. And then I'm going to take the prime shade with my finger and starting from the inner corner and pushing it out so it sort of gradually gets more orange on the way out. Oh, didn't want that to go up there. Now, the other thing I want to do, but with a smudge brush, just to intensify the purpley bit, is I'm going to take a little bit of this. Just a little bit. So this is the enhanced shade of the Dream. Because again, that's just going to bring in a bit more purple. Even though it's shimmery, it shouldn't be too shimmery on the corner. It'll just give it a little bit of sunset-y look to it. Yep, that works. Sometimes with really dark colours, even though they've got shimmer in them, because they're dark, they're okay to use around the hood. And then I'm going to take that raspberry shade again with the smudge brush. Just take that halfway along over the top of that magic vanish. And then I'm going to take the prime shade I know, that was the idea. And then again, taking the prime shade, just to calm it. This also, I love using the prime shade under the brow because it kind of serves two purposes. It obviously highlights your brow, but it can calm down any bright colours. Now, at the moment, it's looking quite stark, I know, but once I get some eyeliner on, it will look fine, hopefully. And I'm going to use two things I've used a lot recently that I've recently purchased from Charlotte Tilbury is her Magic Cream Light, which I am loving. I'm also loving her serum, but I've run out and I've repurchased. That's how I managed to get the backup Charlotte Darling palette. And her powder pencil in black, classic black. I think it's really soft. And I find it doesn't irritate my eyes as much as the Rock and Coal. I think the Rock and Coals used to irritate them a bit. But this, just checking I haven't got any coral on my hands. And again, I'm trying to really tuck it. When I do my eyeliner on top, even though I'm doing it over the lashes, I'm not thinking I'm lining my eyes. I'm thinking I'm tucking it underneath. I'm tucking it right next to where the lash is. You see? Okay, I like to join this bit up because otherwise, in fact, it looks nice because you've got the black and then thin line of black and then you've got the orange underneath. And then I'll flat line. Hopefully I won't flat line. Flat line's when you die, isn't it? You know what I mean. Tight line. That is definitely genetic. My mum and my nan definitely started to do that when they were older. They'd mix up names and things. My mum, you know the singer, Macy Gray? She used to call her Maisie Grace. And my nan would say, if you go into the shops, can you get me some parametasol? So it's definitely a genetic thing. And the older I get, the more like them I become, which is fine because I love them both. You see what I mean about this being really soft but really pigmented, this pencil? I definitely prefer it to the Rock and Coal. All right, let's flatline again, as I said. Beep. And if you want to, you could put a pop. I'll try and do that in a minute. You could put a pop of Goldgasm in the middle and it would really be whoosh, sunset. But it's all been intensified by putting on this as a base. And see, if you did it with medium, it'd still be intense. It's just it would adjust a little bit because you're fairer skin, so it would work. It would just be a bit more peachier and not as... Right, then I want some mascara. Let's see what you're all saying. We think alike, Ali. I just bought the moisturiser and the serum to get the backup palette too. You went safe and got First Love. I'm fair and thought this would just be enough. Terry, you will love First Love. First Love is a really, really lovely, 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 lovely blush. And I love First Love, even though it's very subtle on me. I love it. It's got a really, the softest peach. But it's like no makeup loveliness. People, it's like when you wear First Love, people come up and say, you're looking well. They won't say, oh, I like that blusher on you. They'll say, you're looking well. And if you've got hyperpigmentation, any brown spots around your cheek, First Love is perfect because the peach in the middle colour corrects as well. This is the sort of look where I should be bothered to put false lashes on. And I have got those metallic ones. Metallic? Magnetic ones. What is wrong with me? You see, I'm even worse today because I had a migraine yesterday. And I really do mix up words a lot when I've got a migraine. I can hear the footsteps of Jack. And he's coming in now, which is fine as long as he shuts the door properly on the way out. You can come and say hello to my viewers, Jack. And I'll just quickly do my brows. Which instant look in the palette has the Bronze and Glow original? None of them. None of them are exactly the same as... What, you mean Film Star Bronze and Glow? No, there's... The instant look in the palettes where she does repeats are... In Beauty Glow, she's got the Climax blush in Beauty Glow. And in Smoky Eyes, she's got Bar of Gold as the highlighter and First Love blush. So if you get Smoky Eye Beauty, you will get First Love blush and Bar of Gold. And if you've got Beauty Glow, you've got the Climax blush. But the others, as far as I'm aware, are not repeats. But I will double check that for you. I don't think there's any repeats of the exact shade of Film Star Bronze and Glow. You'd think there would be, wouldn't you? She's got Film Star Bronze and Glow in a set at the moment, in a, you know, with a decent amount of money off, not 5%, Charlotte. Right, let's put a bit of bronzer on. And last week, I loved the bronzer with Goldgasm next to it. But actually, do you want to see something that's not Charlotte Tilbury? Because what I could actually do with this look, which would bring it all together, is to put that on as a cream blush. But I'm going to show you something else. Just for the sake of showing it you. Right, this is the bronzer in shade 3. Medium doesn't show at all on me. I can't get away with using it as a... At the moment, it doesn't show at all, but it will in the winter. Yeah, it will show in the winter, but at the moment, it just is like nothing. And yet she says you can use it up to shade 8, but I really wouldn't. If you're shade 8 in a flawless foundation, I wouldn't get medium because it will not show up on you. I'm 7.5 and that can look dark on me and it doesn't show up medium on me. That's tan. So let me show you this. I might revert because it will tie the look together. Just for the sake of showing you. Because he had a bit of a sale on in Boots. I'm so naughty. I'm like all of the Ali Pallies. This is a Fenty cream blush called Fuego Flush. And it's a kind of goldy orange. It might be a little bit too fair for me at the moment. Let's just, maybe I'll use a bit of both. Yeah, let's use a bit of both. I'll put a bit of that up there. And then I'll put a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury, because that's actually not shimmery, the Charlotte one, over my cheeks. And Charlotte did actually use this on a model. Where have I put the shade 3 now? Where's my shade 3 gone? I put things down and I don't know what I've done with them. That's the other thing. I've lost my shade 3 that I put on my eyes. I'm 18 Night Wonder definitely won't show up on you. No, Claire has asked about an instant palette that has First Love blush. Ah, sorry, Claire. Thank you, Terry. Yes, wondered which instant look in a palette had First Love blush. Thanks, Ali. So, yes. So, the First Love blush is in Smoky Eye Beauty. Yes. Along with Bar of Gold. I was thinking we should do another quiz. Remember when I did a quiz? That is such... Have I put it in here? This, but in shade 3, I'll put down... behind the palette. Yes, I'll mix them, because that looks a bit sort of golden shimmery. I don't want too much of this because then I really will look like I've been tangoed. Do you remember that advert? Now, the other Fenty product I got, I'm not going to do this because it's going to be too much orange. I think I'll probably go for a kind of raspberry shade. I mean, you could go all out and put a coral on, but I'm going to do something else. I'll show you in a minute. Now, I just want something else before I put the lipstick on. Where are you? Where are you? Let's do this without dropping things all over the place today, please. Not that one. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies. Not that one. That's my eye palettes, isn't it? Yeah. Must be this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. No, it's not. It's my instant look in a palettes. Did I do the other things? No. Not in that one. Definitely not in that one. We'll get there in a second. Hold on a second, guys. Not in that one. Ah. Yeah. There is method in my madness. It just takes me a while to work it out. Yeah, where's Emma? I sent an apology because Emma sent me a message on Instagram. And I didn't spot it until yesterday. Right, Goldgasm. I'm just going to put a little dot of Goldgasm. But I also want to put some in the centre. Because in the sunrise, there's always an epicenter. And a bit here. And here. And let me try that thing that Tamsin told me to do this, but it's never worked with me, but maybe it will with this. It's supposed to open up your eyes. I suppose it does actually. It's a very subtle thing to actually put the reflection underneath. I can never really get it to work. Ah, you're all working out how to get the free palette, what to order. £30. Well, first decide whether you want skincare or makeup. And then I'd go for something that excites you so you don't feel like you've opened it up and thought, yeah, I just got that for the sake of it. £30, you could get a cheek-to-cheek blush. They're about £30. I know she's put some of her prices up, but I think they're about £30. The other thing I got, which I've started using again, I didn't like it at first. Another product I didn't really like much at first, but I got samples of it and I liked the way it made my skin feel, is a double cleanse. At first it made my skin itch, the second part of the cleanse. So I used up all the lemon one and then didn't use the other one because I thought I was irritated, but the sample didn't irritate me anymore. So your skin does change. Now, what am I doing now? I need to go for a lipstick. I wanted to show you, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you this lipstick, which I could put on, but it would be a bit, as my mum would say, it'd be a bit alley, which means I don't care. I like being bold. But this is more for when I've got orange on. And it's very like Rebecca's Hermes lipstick. I got it with my Fenty blush because I've got a pair of bright yellow orange trousers. Look at this. Too much, but nice. Just thought I'd show you that. So if you've got a bright orangey yellow something that you want to match, or you like Rebecca's Hermes lipstick but can't afford it, this is, but it is a Hermes orange. You know, that's what that sort of orange you see in the Hermes scarves and things. This is called Saucy, SAW-C. So not saucy, but SAW-C, SAW-C. The only thing about it, I love the colour, but it's not a brilliant formula. You have to really work with it because it can split a bit. But you can make it work, but it's not the best formula, which is a shame because Fenty, most of her stuff is really, really great. It probably would look all right at the moment because I exfoliated my lips before I came on, and I also used Charlotte's lip serum, which is a great base under lipstick. I just don't think it's got any long-term benefits. I don't really buy into that, but I have used it, and I do get quite dry lips with lots of dead skin, so actually it does help to prep my lips. It would be so pretty, yeah, but it would be too much with this, wouldn't it? I think it would. But what was I going to put on? I had something in mind. I know what I had in mind, but I think it's over there. I think it's over there. I did have a specific one in mind. Let me go and get it because you won't see me walking off camera. I'll go and see if I can find it. Just chat amongst yourselves again for a minute, ladies. Just sing a little song or... I'm just going to see if I can find this lipstick because I know it's not here. And my brushes have fallen down again. Real techniques. The stickability of this is annoying me today. Right. Ali is doing Bushra's look. Wow, if only I lived in the UK. Right, I'm just going to go and get this lipstick because I just think I want to tie it in, but I don't want to go true coral again because that's just too much. But something a little bit more toned down, but that fits in with it. And see if you can guess which Charlotte Tilbury lipstick I'm looking for. And when I come back, I'm going to check your answers. That's what you can be doing while I'm away. Hold on. Not that one. Ah, the second one I picked up. That was lucky. I've got two of those lip things. You know the lip holders, lipstick holders from Charlotte Tilbury that she bought out with her Hot Lips 1. I've got two of them, so that's about, what, 24 lipsticks. And this was the second one I picked up. So you're all guessing. Which one do you think I've gone for? Has anyone done any guesses yet? You've not been working while I've been away. I'll tell you off. I think she meant Tria's wedding looks. Hang on. Ali's doing Bushra's look. Wow. I did not know you were two people. The Nordstrom sale. I think she meant Tria's wedding looks. Oh, you want me to... Yes, Tria's wedding looks. When am I doing... Tria's wedding looks. Yes, I need to. I need to do that next. I will make a note when I come off, so I'll do that. Because I've also got to... We've got to finish off our trilogy, haven't we, Rebecca? You think I'm going to use Hot Emily? I would do, good thinking. But as I said, the clue was I'm not going for true coral because it's a bit too bright. I wanted something a little bit more subtle because the eyes are quite vivid already. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I think it will. Again, you know, I think it will. And I'm going to use Charlotte's Lip Cheat in Pink Venus. Very Victoria. No. I haven't used this for ages and it's a beautiful lipstick. And I think a few of you will like this, actually. So this is Pink Venus. Now I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury one. No, not Miss Kensington. Stacey said, am I right? So Stacey guessed something. You made a guess, Stacey. Stacey said Coachella Coral. No, good try, good try. Not Coachella Coral. Kidney's Kiss, no. I'm going to try. I don't think any of you have said this. Let me just double check that any of you have said this. Coachella Coral, Hot Emily, no. Very Victoria, no. Miss Kensington, Kidman's Kiss, Super Cindy. No, none of you are right. I'm going to use Miranda May. Because it's a toned down coral. And I haven't used it for so long and I really like it. I bought this before Hot Emily and this is the sort of lipstick you buy when you're working your way up to Hot Emily. And I know, also somebody asked me, one of you asked me in a comment about the difference between Miranda May and Hot Emily. So you can see it's got a lot more pink in it than Hot Emily, which is a vibrant coral, which is over there. I will do some swatches later and post it in the community. But it's actually quite toned down. From, if I show you, I'll tell you what I have got next to me. I've got Tom Ford's True Coral, which is very similar to Hot Emily, next to me. So if I show you the Tom Ford True Coral next to it, you'll see what I mean. It's actually, it's just a more wearable coral. There you are. See, it's got, when you see it next to you, you realise it's got more pink in it. And this is so close to Hot Emily. Right, so I'll swatch that on my hand. And then I'll swatch you Miranda May. But just trust me that this, you all know, you've seen me swatch it before. This is very similar to Hot Emily, isn't it? And then this is Miranda May. It's just a more wearable coral with a bit more pink. Leans a bit more pink. Whereas this is kind of between orange and pink. But that leans more pink. And it's just pretty. It's a really pretty lipstick. And I bought this. I'll tell you, some of my lipsticks, I know exactly when I bought them and why I bought them. And Miranda May is one of those lipsticks that I remember why I bought this. Because there is a video out. And if you... Charlotte Tilbury was making up Nikki Chapman. I think she was advertising her first instant look in a palette, and she was making up Nikki Chapman, and she put this lipstick on her, and she said, it really makes your blue eyes pop. Has she got blue eyes or green eyes? She said it really makes your eyes pop, and it did, but it looked so pretty. I thought, I've got to get Miranda May, Even though I'm very different colouring to her, I just thought it looked really pretty on, and it really went well with the first Natural Beauty instant look in a palette. Ali, help me spend £90 on CT. I'm thinking of Queen of Glow. What else? You want me to encourage you. You're all having to think about how to get up to 90 quid, aren't you? Right, what did people buy to get up to 90 quid? I tell you what I bought. So I bought what did I buy? Because I did 2 orders. You see, I've got one coming today. Yeah, that's got the serum in. What did I get to get up to £90? But I'm going to give away. So I got a lipstick that you may or may not have guessed correctly. And I got a Magic Away in the new colour, 5.5. And I got the Cleansing Duo. And, oh, that's right, my Super Size Me is nearly running out. So I got a Super Size Me, and the other thing that's nearly running out, an Amber Haze Colour Chameleon. So I got Colour Chameleon, a lip liner, a lipstick, Cleansing Duo, and then I got the free palette. So what did other people get to get the free palette? Thank you, Bushra. Nick has green eyes. Yeah, I thought she did. Well, this will go really well with green eyes because I've seen it on Nick Chapman and it is beautiful. If you've got green eyes and you like coral, but you don't want something really vibrant, or you want to do a vibrant eye look, but you don't, because you see, if I let me just show you this for a minute. This would look okay, but it's just overdoing it, I think, because it's so vibrant on my eyes. If I put this on now, it's taking over the eye look. This is the lipstick you want on when your eyes have got subtle gold browns. It's too much. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all about balance. Do you agree? It's pretty to have true coral on, but it's now it's too much. It's like coral, coral, coral. Where do I look? Where do I look? Whereas Miranda May, by the way, Asda, these are actually eye makeup remover wipes, but the Asda do really great eye makeup remover wipes. They're wet. That's not too much for me. I just like to balance a look, and if you've got a lot on your eyes, I just like to calm down the lips. These really good. They're really wet, so they really take your eye makeup off. And the Asda Zone, you get 30 for something like £1.50, something ridiculously cheap. And I only bought 1 packet. So I'm really annoyed with myself that I only bought 1 packet, but I'm definitely stocking up on those. Really good. I can't stand wipes that are not wet enough. And you end up having to rub, and that's when things are not good. Right, I'm going to put Miranda May back on. Coachella Coral, by the way, I think it was Stacey that said that. That would also go quite well with this. That's lighter still than Miranda May. That's a bit Bit darker than just the lip liner. Other ones you could get to go with this would be JK Magic. Or you could get the kind of raspberry tones of that. And you could use the lipstick that I never actually bought. Believe it, one I haven't got, which they no longer have, which is one of the Superstar lips. Wild lips, because it would pick up this colour. Right, have you girls, like, let me put this back on and I'm going to chat to you. Because I've done the call to my dad today. And Rebecca, he was a lot better today. Just to let you know, I'll chat to you later. Yeah, I just prefer that. I love that other lipstick, but not with these eyes. It's too much. Right. Right. Have we helped Stacey yet decide what she's going to spend £90 on? Oh, yes, there's the spray. Rebecca did a video on the spray. Yes, she did. That's it. My spray's due to arrive today. So I'm going to do a video later on. When it arrives, I know I haven't put out that other video. It's there. I just haven't put it out. I'm going to do, if I can find it, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I'm going to make myself up. I'm going to put Charlotte's spray on one side of my face. And I'm going to put Urban Decay All Nighter on the other side. And let's see how they hold up next to one another. Because obviously that's her major competitor. And that's what people, you know, I don't want to repeat the great review that Rebecca's done. So I wanted to go in at a slightly different angle. So don't tell any other YouTubers. Now, and also, what I want to do the next day is use the Aldi setting spray that has just come out. Because when things come out at the same time, I often wonder if they're coming from the same factory. But the Aldi one doesn't have, and neither does Charlotte's, doesn't have PV in it, which I think is what makes it stick like hairspray. But I'm going to do lots of comparisons. Right. Do you know what I mean about shellacked tria? Wild Lips is on the website. Oh, when I saw it was sold out. See, Wild Lips would go really well with this shade here. Because it's a raspberry shade. So that's an idea. Or a colour chameleon. Colour chameleons are good. Or you could get one of these if you're running out. I'll chat to you later, Stacey, and we'll... If you really want me to help you spend 90 quid... I don't want to be a bad influence. I don't want you all to end up bankrupt because of me. You have to go to sleep. Good night, Gaynor. Glam lady with the lovely long hair now. With the nice profile picture. Ah, you made it. Oh, I'll stay on for a little while longer. Who else normally joins me? Beauty Horizon's arrived though, hasn't she? Beauty Horizon often comes on just as I'm leaving. There's Beauty... Yes, she's here. Hello. Hello, Beauty Horizon. You're here. It's a nice spray. I can't wait to get mine. hope the fragrance isn't too strong with the setting spray. Well, ask Rebecca. She's on here. Is the fragrance too strong? Oh, no fragrance, Claire. She's already answered you. Tria. What's Tria asking? You're officially confused as to which one to get. What, you trying to decide which spray to get for your wedding? Has anyone tried the new Bobbi Brown foundation? I haven't. Anyone else? That's Jess has asked that. Hi, Ali. Yo's by people though. What are you confused about, Tria? About whether to get the bronzer? Sorry, I'm watching all your comments now. I'm going to have my tea and watch exactly what you say. No more talking about what I'm doing to my face. You can't fail, Tria, with the bronzer. A little goes a long way. I think tan, I would definitely wouldn't get medium. Definitely wouldn't. I think maybe the dark, because you're only a little bit darker than me. I think the dark might be too dark. It's got too much red in it. And you can build this up. Ah. Your videos are impeccable, Rebecca. That's lovely. She's not kind. She's telling the truth, Rebecca. She is very experienced. And her videos are impeccable. I just tried the setting spray. I love it. Feels lovely. Ah, yours has arrived. Hello, Maria. Place it high up. I think the actual airbrush brush is good as well, if you're a bit nervous about putting it on, because it blends it beautifully. I mean, I have applied this with other brushes. I often use Charlotte's bronzing brush, but she doesn't sell a bronzing brush anymore. She sort of does and she doesn't, because actually she sells this and calls it the bronzer blush brush. But it actually, she used to do a bigger one, which is this one. Which is the bronzing brush. But she doesn't sell that one now. She calls that one the bronzing and blush brush. But I use that one. I got it in a brush set before she stopped selling it. Yes, it is getting better, the delivery. You know, you and your posh brushes. You know what it is? As I said, Rebecca knows why I haven't got any of a kind of posh Wayne Goss or Sonia G brushes. It's not because I don't want to. It's because they're all only available, if you're in the UK, on Beautylish. And you put things in the basket on Beautylish, and then it says, right, thank you. Your order will come to, let's just give an example. So, right, you think you're budgeting, thinking, how much can I afford? How much can I afford? And I always get annoyed, because then you'll say you spend £50, right? And you think, yeah, okay, I can do that. I can do that. And you know you're going to spend a bit more on delivery because it's not in the UK. So then it says, right, delivery is another tenner, and then your taxes and customs, which they add on at the end, is another £15. Before you know it, you've had another 25 quid. And it's only put on right at the end. And it just always annoys me, and I just delete the whole lot and come out. I just rather that, I know it's because they sell to different countries, but I also get annoyed in principle, and I'm a bit of a stubborn Taurian. I know we've got a few Taurians here, but I get annoyed in principle about having to pay customs and import fees for brushes made by a man that lives in this country. I know he's got an exclusive with Beautylish, but what about the people that live here, Wayne? I know why you're doing it, but it grates on me that I've got to pay customs because to bring something into the country that is made by somebody that lives in this country. And when I get stubborn, I get stubborn. It's like, right, I'm not getting it then. I'm having a stroke. My horns go up. But at least with Charlotte Tilbury, what I like about Pat McGrath, you put something in, you put something in your basket and it says, if you pay this amount, we guarantee that you're not going to pay a penny more to import it or whatever. It's free delivery over a certain amount and the price is inclusive of any taxes you're going to pay. And so you know when you're shopping, that's how much you're going to pay. That doesn't worry me. And if Beautylish did that, I'd probably buy off them. But you think, oh yeah, I can afford that, and you put it in and then they add another 25 quid. And I just think, nope, and off I come. I've done it so many times on Beautylish. I don't like it when you get a surprise at the end. You bought the Wayne Goss brushes. Did you get stung for, like, at the end they add on so many taxes and things. When I've put them in Beautylish in the shopping cart, it adds on first for delivery and secondly for taxes and customs. Excuse me, my hay fever's coming back, I think. Or I'm allergic to something. And I've only got a makeup wipe and not a tissue. Okay, so we're all chatting away. That's what the oh, Sonia Goddess. I'm okay spending this with that. Then they add tax on top. Exactly. Just put the tax on it. Just say, I'm in the UK, and then apply the tax as you're shopping. Then you don't get a nasty surprise at the end. Then I'd buy it. It's that simple. I just don't like, I just feel like I'm being cheated. It's a bit like, you know, I won't mention names because I've not got any particular grudge against any company. But there's a certain make of opticians in this country. And you go in and it says, buy these glasses. You buy one pair and you get the second pair free, right? And you think, great, or second pair of sunglasses free. And you go in and you think, great, I need a pair of glasses, so I'll get myself a free pair of sunglasses. And then you go in and you sit down. You say, right, I want my free pair of sunglasses, and you pick out the frames and then, right, okay. But obviously that doesn't include the lenses, okay. But you get free standard lenses in your free pair, okay, yeah. But you actually need bifocals, so actually, or varifocals, so actually it's not going to be free. So you're going to have to pay for 2 lots of varifocals if you want them in both. No, it's all right, I'll keep them plain. Okay, but do you want the second pair tinted? Because you're going to have to pay for that as well. And actually, do you want the thin lens? Because you're going to have to pay for that as well. And before you know it, you come out and actually they're not free at all. And I always say, do you know what? Forget it. And I walk out, no, it's not free. I thought it was free. It's not. And my dad used to be the same. He went in to buy a kitchen once and it said 50% off kitchens, offer ends at the end of next week. And he went in and this guy designed a whole kitchen for him, right? And he, at the end, he said, it's going to be £8,000. And he said, I'm an architect. He said, you telling me that that kitchen that you just designed will be £16,000 next week? You're conning me and I'm not buying it. And out he went. So I'm like my dad. I don't, Just be up front, and then I'd like people being up front. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Yeah, when yes, I've noticed that, Shahina. And actually, Shahina said when she replaced the palettes, each palette was £5 each. And I think that's something to do with customs. And I noticed that also, Shahina, when I got the palette that I didn't ever get around to reviewing because I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. The one by, I can't even remember her name. I should remember her name. Tati. Tati's one arrived and it said 1p on the invoice. It is something definitely to do with customs, that they put the value of it as 1p. But they basically it said value 1 penny. I'm not going to complain. Miranda May is the matte formula, yes. But I think there's different degrees of matte with her mattes. And it's got, look, we're all talking about the lips on the side, but I noticed the other day, I've forgotten that they actually have the lips on the side of the Hot Lips one. Can you see that? And it's quite a way down, so I've used this quite a bit, and it's, look, you can see. So you don't lose the lipstick mark. Yes, so it is a matte. I think she needs to do more kissing ones, actually, because I do like the kissing formula. But you can always make this kissing by putting on a... What would look nice over this is a gloss. Something like Hall of Fame. The other thing, before I go, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a video called the kind of A to Z of Charlotte Tilbury name changes. I'm not going to do it live because, you know, I'm just terrible at remembering names. But Charlotte has done a major overhaul of her names. And it reminded me to tell you because Walk of Shame is now Walk of No Shame. And that I know was to do with the complaints that were coming in about women's self-esteem and things like that. So she's changed all her Walk of Shame products to Walk of No Shame. And she's changed a lot of, MI5, is it? Bond Girl to MI5. And she's changed a lot of her products. So I thought I'd do an A to Z of her name changes. Eyes to Mesmerize. It's no longer Marie Antoinette. It's Oyster Pearl. Jean is no longer Jean. It is Champagne something. And then there's Chocolate Brown, which is Mona Lisa or Bet or so I'm gonna do that soon, and just as a fun video really, and to get my head around it as well. You gave the idea about the bronzer, what, using it as a powder. I know one of you did on here. Thank you, Shahina. Yeah, Audrey Pencil has now changed to Classic Brown. Sophia has changed to Classic Shimmer Brown or something. Well, this is the question why. I know one name change or a couple of name changes stemmed from potential lawsuits. Now, I don't think that the whole world is trying to sue Charlotte Tilbury or Puig anymore, but maybe it's part of a new strategy, is like, because they've got rid of some names, they better get rid of all of them and follow a different formula. I quite liked, we were discussing this, Rebecca and I quite like the aspirational element of having things named after stars and stuff, but with that comes complications, and I think it's, I mean, Mona Lisa, as Rebecca said, isn't going to sue Charlotte Tilbury. So I don't think it's all about that, although maybe the relatives of the painter might. But, you know, I just think it's an overall strategy, because she's had to change some names, like Cara D, for example. The brow liner I used to use was called Cara D, and it had to be changed to Supermodel because she couldn't use Cara D anymore, I don't think. She definitely, I don't know whether Cara D started a lawsuit, but I did read, and I'm only telling you what I read. I did read that, was it Bridget, who was it that took her, one of the lighter brow colours, one of the lighter brow products, Bridget? You know I'm terrible at names, help me out, ladies. Cindy, not Super Cindy. Cindy, what's her surname? It was one of the lighter brow products anyway. And she brought out her own makeup line, and she said she hadn't realised. Cindy Crawford. No, it wasn't Cindy Crawford. But it was somebody very like Cindy Crawford. Oh, I cannot remember. It was one of the lighter brow products, and she's famous for her brows, and she bought out. Yeah, but Bridget, what's Bridget's surname? Bridget Bardot. Brooke Shields. It was Brooke Shields. Definitely. Right, I think I have a delivery, so I'm going to go, and I'll see you all very soon and go and unpack my delivery. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will do my face spray, and I will do Tria's wedding video, and I've got a long list of things to do now. But have a lovely day, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for joining me, and glad you enjoyed this look. Take care. Bye. I'll leave details of the products underneath.